Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about futures trading. So as you know, I predominantly trade in the CFD space, so Forex, right? But there's a few limitations with CFD Forex trading, which is every firm has a max allocation rule. So for example, with FTMO, you can only be max allocated 400k, and after that you would need to qualify for their premium programs so that you can get more capital. So each prop firm has their own max allocation rule, and this can be quite frustrating in a sense that if you are max allocated with all the reputable firms already, then you don't really have much choices left to scale your capital, right? Take myself, for example, I'm funded over seven figures in prop firm capital, and I've already been max allocated with all the reputable firms in the CFD space. But for me to scale up my capital even further, I now need to go with prop firms that are less reputable, that are shadier. The likelihood of me getting a payout from them is not to say the best possible outcome because they're less reputable, right? So this is kind of the limitations that the CFD prop firm space has. That's why I took a jump into futures trading. Now the reason why I'm making this video is because that I recently passed $1 million of funding on Apex. Now, the thing about Apex is that you can trade up to 20 accounts. The biggest account that they have is 300k. If you do the simple math, 300k times 20 accounts is actually 6 million. And obviously, I didn't take 300k for the 20 accounts. I did the 50k accounts and I had 20 of them. That equates to $1 million in funding. And before I go on to explaining what are my experiences trading with Apex or the future space in general, and what are the things that I like and what are things that I don't like, we can just hop onto the dashboard now, and I can show you that here you can see that there are 20 accounts on my Apex dashboard. And if you guys traded with Apex before, you guys know that after hitting your profit target and passing the evals, you would be directed to the signatures tab, which is the tab we're on right now, and you will need to start paying the activation fee for your accounts, right? So that you can get the funded accounts. So as you can see here, I'm gonna blur out my account numbers, by the way, because it was advised to me that I do not share my account numbers. But you can see on the status that everything is completed. Here is the 50k Tradeovate link. So I've already paid for it. That's why the status are all completed. And these are the certificates. So if I just click on like different certificates here, and you can see that it's all the 50k Tradeovate accounts, right? This is the funding certificate that I passed the accounts. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that for transparency's sake. Yeah, so let's start with going through my experience with trading with Apex. Firstly, it was a very different space that I'm entering. I know that I'm super used to trading with MetaTrader 5. Now going into the future space, I tried this platform called Tradeovate. At first, it felt a bit alien to me because it's a platform that I've never used before, so I needed to know how to navigate the platform and how to place trades and everything. Even before placing the trades on Tradeovate, you have to know that the markets that you're trading on futures, they are different compared to Forex trading. So there are slight differences between the two, and you need to know how to calculate your risk because futures trading uses contract sizes and Forex trading uses lot sizes, right? So those two are different. And the way that each tick moves on the chart is different as well. So you can't just simply carry 100% of your experience over to future trading because it's somewhat of like a different system. So you need to figure out the differences and how you need to adapt your strategy to futures trading, right? I try to not change anything about my strategy and to just put it onto futures trading. And there are days where it worked, but there are days where it didn't work. And I actually failed a few accounts while I was testing and trying out how to trade on futures. And this is because of this one major rule, which is their trailing drawdown. As a trader that is used to trading in the Forex space, we are all familiar with static drawdown, right? I mean, from how I purchase my challenges with prop firms, I will always go for static drawdown. And this is not the case with futures trading because they use trailing drawdown. This is why I needed to adapt my strategy to fit futures trading, because I tried not changing anything and it didn't work. That's one of the things that I do not quite like about future trading, the trading drawdown. But if you want to trade futures and you purchase an account, you have to accept the terms that is laid out on you as a trader, right? So trading drawdown is one of them. So you must accept it and you must adapt to it. Since we're on the topic of the things that I don't like about futures trading, I'm going to explain to you a couple more things what I don't like about futures trading. So on my Apex accounts, I use a platform called Tradeovate. And another thing I don't like about futures trading is that it's not mobile friendly. So when I'm trading and I need to manage my positions, I can't leave my computer. I can't leave my desk station. I need to manage the positions until I either hit TP or SL. This takes away one of the most important things about trading, is because that, I trade for freedom, right? And because of how future trading works and I need to manage my positions, I can't enter the trade and just walk away from the charts and just do my own thing in the day. I actually need to be present at my computer and manage the trade until the trade ends. To emphasize more on that, the reason why I need to be at my workstation while I'm trading futures, when you set up your trade orders while you're executing a trade, let's say you enter a trade and it hits TP. Futures trading does not remove the SL. What I mean by this is that when you enter in the CFD space like Forex trading, you set your entry, your SL, and your TP. And if your TP or SL hits, everything is removed and you don't need to worry about it. But in futures trading, when you are setting your entry and your SL and TP and your TP hits, your SL is still there. You need to be present to cancel that order, because if price retraces back to your SL, it will actually enter another trade in that direction. So because of this, I need to be present on the charts, on the platform, because I need to remove those orders. So that's another thing I don't like about futures trading. So now let's move on to the things that I like about futures trading. First thing is that everybody sees the exact same chart and price. Now, what I mean by this is that, for Forex trading, if you go with FTMO, Fivers, FundedNext, they all use different brokers. And that means everybody has different prices with their broker feeds, right? And have you ever entered a trade where one of the prop firms hit TP and the other didn't hit TP? It's because that they're using different brokers and different price feeds. So that can be quite frustrating as a trader when one firm has already hit TP and the other hasn't. And the thing about future trading is that everybody sees the same price and chart, because it goes through a centralized exchange. So everybody sees the same thing. And secondly, spreads are almost non-existent in futures trading. Like, it's really good. If the price hits your entry, it's almost guaranteed that your trade is entered. Whereas for the Forex space, sometimes when price moves too fast at your entry and it rejects, it might not tap you into the trade. And that can be quite frustrating, right? Because sometimes you set your entry price, actually reach your entry price, but because it moved too quickly, it couldn't execute your order. But this is almost non-existent with futures trading, because when price reaches your entry, it will actually enter your trade. And lastly, obviously, the scalability with Apex. I can buy 20 accounts and be 1 million funded with them, but I can't do that with Forex prop firms, right? So this is just a summary of my experience trading in the future space, especially with Apex. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that myself as a trader, if I want to increase my capital, I kind of need to pivot away from the Forex industry and also try to tackle the future side of it. This is my kind of first steps into future trading. And yeah, I just feel like you need to adapt a bit to the rules. But if you want to make it work, you can make it work. Yeah, I just wanted to share that I'm 1 million funded with Apex, and I haven't got a payout yet, but I'm working on it, because ever since I got these accounts, I entered a bit of drawdown. So I'm trying to get out of it right now. Hopefully I can make a follow-up video on my Apex journey and show you my payouts with them. And by the way, if you want to try futures trading with Apex, they've actually created a code for me so that I can share it with my audience. So if you guys want to get the best discounts at the current time and try futures trading and purchase an account with them, you can use the code Colin and you will get the best discounts at the current time. So I believe right now, until the 14th of August. They're actually running an 80% discount on all the Apex accounts, and what you get is 80% off the first month and 80% off every recurring month after that. Your lifetime PA fees will be 140 on any account size. So that's the activation fee to activate the funded account. And if you want to reset your account, they do a $50 reset, and you can use 1 day to pass the accounts. Make sure you use the code Colin and you can get those discounts and benefits. So that's it for today's video, guys. Just wanted to share my achievement with getting $1 million funded with Apex, and as well as my experience, what I like and I don't like about futures trading. And I hope it helped you guys understand more about the futures trading industry. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.